everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be sharing one of my workouts today that is on my 8-week online training program, and I am going to show you babes what to expect. We have a little bit of heavy, a little bit of volume, but it is all good. Shoulders is my favorite day to ever train. Also, something to keep in mind is that on my online training program, I give you a guidebook that has all the information that you need for nutrition and supplements and cardio guidelines, as well as accessories that you'll be needing on the program. And today we're actually going to be using our wrist wraps, straps, and bands with handles. So without further ado, let's go pump those pumpkins. Okay guys, so obviously before you train any body part, you need to warm it up, right? But especially when you're training shoulders, they are just finicky little things. Like, they're super sensitive. The rotator cuff, it's very easy. I hear of so many injuries. Thankfully, knocking on wood, I have not hurt my shoulders yet, but it's very easy to do. So you always want to warm up, and then always do warm up sets. And that's what I'm doing right now. So on this program, you'll see that the rep ranges are anywhere from 8 to 12 on most every movement. And that is because this program is built for you. And it just kind of depends on what your goals are. For me, I'm gonna go for the 8 range on the reps because I'm wanting to go heavier. If I were wanting to do a lighter day with more volume, I would go with the 10 to 12 rep range. So it's built for you so that you can kind of learn your weights and your numbers and how to take it from there. Also too, I'll show you one of my favorite ways to get the dumbbells up. I posted this a while back on my Instagram, and a lot of you girls were really excited about it because you always have a hard time getting those dumbbells up. Alright, moving on, we are going to perform probably my favorite shoulder exercise. It is so awful, but so good. And I swear by this, girls. I really feel that this particular movement really helped develop my shoulders. It's heavy, and when I say heavy, I mean heavy side partials. You're gonna need your straps for this because we are holding, again, heavy weight for a long period of time. We're actually only going to perform 1 rep. That's all you need. This is for maximum amount of pump. And we're gonna make sure that we hold our arms straight down by our side, and we almost kind of want to flare your lats out. So don't just be relaxed. You almost kind of want to take your lats out, hold them here, and we're going to just partially come out. Maybe a little bit out from where your shoulder is. If you're going out further than that, A, you're probably going too light, and B, you're gonna hurt yourself. This is going to be the maximum amount of pump, and it's pre-exhausting you for our next movement. Guys, that pump is so real. So a couple quick tips too. It's really easy when you go super heavy to start using your traps. So I want you to take your eye gaze, whatever you want to call it, and look more up. If you look down, you'll start to hunch over and start to use your traps in your back. Just keep the arms real loose. Be really safe with this. Start out a little lighter and then work your way up. All right, now that we have pre-exhausted those shoulders with those heavy partials, we're going to move into a regular dumbbell lateral raise. You're gonna come up to shoulder height, wrist, elbow, shoulder. All stays in a line. If you're breaking the wrist, coming up too high or coming up too low and breaking the wrist here, it's not good. You're gonna probably hurt yourself, and you're probably going too light if you can do this in the movement with the weight. So just keep everything nice and straight. You can give a slight bend in the elbow. I just don't want you coming here. Mother. You should be feeling like that. Now we're going to move on into rear delt. Incline dumbbell flies. And we're gonna do it with a neutral grip in holding the hands and the wrists like this the entire time and not coming out. I'm very trap dominant. It sounds so horrible, but yeah, my traps kind of overpower. I find that whenever I'm doing a rear delt movement, I tend to roll my shoulders forward. So I'm gonna be concentrating really hard on keeping the shoulder blades back and pulling up from that actual rear delt. So I'm actually gonna do a pretty light weight. That is also why we are keeping the grip neutral, just because that's gonna help you focus more on pulling from that rear delt as well. We are going to do some more side laterals, but this time we are going to do them on a machine. Each gym has different pieces of equipment. We know this. So right now, what I'm seeing, I have two options for a seated machine lateral raise. There are also standing ones, but because we've already done standing dumbbell, I want you to try to find a machine that's seated, and it's just gonna help get a little bit different of that motion. I'm going to test out which one I wanna do. There's one that's facing out, and then there's one that's facing in. So I'm just gonna do a quick little test, see which one I like, and then take it from there. All right, so we have a winner. I'm gonna do the seated machine facing in. This just feels better on my joints. The one facing out, just, I felt something kind of clicking. It didn't feel smooth. So just pay attention to little stuff like that. It's not always about like, well, which one am I gonna feel better in my muscles? It's which one feels better on the joint and just all around a better movement. And for me, this is a better fit. We are going to add a 3-second hold at the top of the movement. You're not gonna be able to go heavy on this. This is meant to go lighter and just more of that volume and pump. So sorry I'm making you girls do that. All right, we are finishing up the day with a superset. So we are going to do banded rear delt flies, supersetted with bus drivers. I don't know if that's technically the name, but that's what we're calling them on the program. So we are going to hold a plate, bring it out directly in front. We're gonna tilt to the left, tilt to the right, bring it back down, That's one. Should be lighter. This is a burnout. This is at the end of the workout, so we're gonna hit a little bit more of the rear delt, attack that front delt, and then we'll be done. All right, girls, listen, I at first was going to use a 25-pound plate for those bus drivers. 10 pounds had me smiling / laughing because that was a funny joke. I like the bus drivers because the rotation allows you to hit each side just a little bit more. And then on the bands, I'm using a 20-pound band. If you get a band and it's not enough resistance, try stepping back so that you can get more resistance on the band. And if it's just a little too strong, then you can step forward, just as long as you keep the resistance on there. How do those puppies feel? Mine are on fire. I hope you girls enjoyed this shoulder workout. There are a ton more workouts on this program that I know you are going to love. So please be sure to click the link below to check out my website and more information on my online training. Of course, give this a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.